You know something? I think you're a prick. I'm just going to go out and say it. I think you're a prick. It's Rimworld. Welcome back to another day here in Cauliflower Valley. We've got hydroponics. We've got a sweet lab. We've got a nuclear reactor. We've got one of these things. And we've got a teenage girl and a dragon man in a quarry. Perhaps, more than all of that though, we're on the 45th day of the long night. Surely, today is the day that it ends. Surely. I've got to keep the faith in that. I've got to keep the faith in that. Today, on the agenda, probably above all else, we're going to get radiation suits taken care of. I want Farley to be as ready to go for the next steps in our Rimatomics journey as possible, which is going to involve some fuel reprocessing, I think. And eventually, we're going to work towards this thing right here, the Liberator. A few episodes ago, we made use of this, the long-range missile launcher, and it was very cool. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't, but it was very overpowered for the input. Basically, we were able to put next to nothing into it, and as a result of that, we were able to just delete one of these mechanoid ships. I wonder if we could probably use it to, like, I don't know, delete the Secto Supremacy's encampment here, but that's getting ahead of things. The Liberator, on the other hand, I don't know for definite that it's something I want to work towards in the long term, because it does take a bit of doing. Unlike the Wastepack Atomizer, which is just finished. So we'll look at building one of them. Yes, the Liberator. It's a self-contained, all-in-one strategic missile manufacturing and launching facility with a 5-missile magazine, which requires plutonium. And plutonium requires fuel processing, reprocessing, and it's produced with used nuclear fuel. Now, the used nuclear fuel, we grab our nuclear engineer here, come to manage the reactor for us, if you'd be so kind, thank you. Estimated life 2.4 years. It's a long way away. So I'm hoping that in the course of our research, we can find a means of enriching this to the point of getting plutonium a little bit quicker. But one thing at a time. I mean, for now, we can't even protect ourselves from the radiation. So, you know, we've got a bit of a ways to go before we start seeing that sort of end game. But ultimately, the remaining remnants from XCOM at this point are Huckett, Trollpants, Aethel, and Nacho, which honestly is quite impressive. We did lose Hawks a long time ago now, so the fact that these four have managed to survive this long and, you know, honestly prosper, and in the case of, well, all four of them actually have children. It's honestly insane. They've come a huge distance in the, how long have we been here now? 267 days? Yeah, that's, it actually puts it in perspective just how far along we actually are. Being able to talk about things like launching nukes at your enemies. But yes, I would like to, at one point in the future, launch at least one nuke. Show these mechanoids that actually we're on this planet. However, I don't know that we're going to stay on this planet. It's been a long time since I personally launched a ship in Rimworld, and I think that is probably going to be our endgame goal here. The thing with doing so is that we've currently got, 21 people that would need to fit onto that ship. So it would have to be quite a significant ship that we'd then need to defend. If we know anything at this point, we know that whenever a ship reactor starts up on this planet, everyone on the planet knows about it. We've seen 2 of them ourselves. But yeah, I think launching a nuke or 2 and then getting off this planet, there's some nice long-term goals for us to have. And I'm still not 100% on the nuke thing, honestly. We'll see. That's not to say, though, that the end game, if you like, is in sight. It absolutely isn't. I can't stress enough. When I say these are long-term goals, the long-term is definitely the operative phrasing. And it's all dependent on our top-tier nuclear physicist. On to more immediate concerns, then. We finished researching the Wastepack Atomizer, and we can put one of these together now. Each one that we build is going to require a nanostructuring chip, which requires us killing an apocryton. But that's not a big deal. We've got a proven track on killing apocrytons, so sure. I think we'll park. How is that going to fit? Build one there, but not just yet. We're going to move things around a touch here. Just whilst they're putting that together, it's really nice that these moisture pumps are actually doing some solid work. We've still got bits of mud here. In fact, if we take a look at our terrain affordance, I swear it's one of these buttons somewhere. Yeah, there it is. We've still got this red here and this blue. This is all area that we can't build on. So there's still a fair bit of work for the moisture pumps to do, but they've certainly managed to clear up a lot of what was going on here, which is quite nice. That took me far too long to find, good grief. And mop suits have been completed, which is absolutely wonderful. So we'll switch gears on the research now. Up next, we're going to go for fuel reprocessing, I think, which is going to cost us 2.5k, but hey, that's the price of progress, baby. We're chipping into our silver reserve. We've still got plenty. We've still got 8,600 there, so it's not a big deal. The room of waste pack atomization has completed, so all that's left to do is actually put the thing together, and then we can get to work on removing some of these things. I think what we'll do as well, just whilst I've got it in mind, because I will probably forget otherwise, is slap down another mech band dish. We're going to fight an Apocryton again, because I would like to build at least 2 of these things. And Zed's armor has been completed, which is super nice. There we go. We can barely see him behind that giant water-cooled gun that he's carrying, but that's an armored up Zed. So at long last, Zed, you are a full member of the team. At 13, well, yeah, you're 13 years old. Maybe maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves just the tiniest bit. I mean, Carmwater there's 17. Oh, it's a birthday. Good job. What a way to spend your birthday in a quarry. Waste pack atomizer finished while we're mucking around with Zed. That's clearing up 10 waste packs every 5 days, I guess that works out as. I think we definitely want to build one more of these. I'm pretty sure we are generating more waste packs than we're getting rid of currently. We have, after all, got 5 little robots in constant use, and then these 4 here kind of just recharge themselves, honestly. They're basically always at 100% energy, which is kind of nice. It helps with the fact that up until quite recently I wasn't utilizing them as much as I should have been, but, you know, that's, well, we don't talk about that. Otherwise, we have finished the mop masks and radiation suits, which is great. We'll go for the woodland getup, I think, as Farley's outfit. He's going to look styling once this is put together. Our next Apocryton is coming with slightly less scythers than last time, but with the inclusion of tesserons. The tesserons, if I recall correctly, are the ones that cause fires. So I'm sure that won't cause any problems for us. We are, after all, incredibly well defended. Hey, what's this? Let's grab that, get rid of that. Aren't we having anything in here acting as cover? Wow, that arrived fast. Hello. Okay, sure, 15 enemies. That's not going to be too much of a problem. I always forget to read if it's going to prepare or not. I should probably check that. Yes, it is going to prepare. Hello, little friends. How are you doing? We'll deal with you when you start making a move on us, I suppose. For now, enjoy the ambience. Oh no, what happened here? Timber wolf. Oh god, there's predators all over the place again, isn't there? It doesn't feel like 2 seconds have passed since we got rid of all the predators on the map via sweet application of Nacho. Oh my. Mechanoids are making their assault on us, so it's time for everyone to move into their pre-designated positions, which they are doing so with some gusto today, which is kind of nice. And I guess we'll get our mechs online too. Maybe we should look at building another 2 of these. Well, we'll see what melee options are available to us, actually. But yeah, it would be quite nice to have an additional mech or 2. Alrighty, here comes the fun. Okay, last time we sent Nacho in to deal with the Apocryton, and she made short work of it. So I think we're going to go with the same strategy here. You're up. Get in there. Is it going to jump? Oh, it's going to set her on fire. That's what's going to happen. Okay, Aethel, go and put Nacho out. That's... yeah, this thing here, the Tesserons, that's the actual problem. Aethel, can you go and deal with that whilst Nacho jumps over to the Apocryton then? Oh no, kill it, kill it, kill it. Nacho. Let's get rid of this thing then. Oh, it's resurrecting. That's terrible news. And Aethel's on fire now too. Right, that's that dead again. Aethel's dealing with the Scythers, but they are now stunned as a result of the Apocryton being taken care of. We've still got a few more bits and bobs coming in. But now, though, Nacho and Aethel, I think the 2 of you have done the work that's necessary. Nacho in particular took a bit of a beating there. Oh, nearly lost her left ear, in fact. What are you doing? Don't cower. Are you crazy? Wait, you're back on fire. Have we got someone that can... oh, here's an idea. Let's get Aethos to skip Nacho. Although she can't see it. So instead, let's just go for the water skip. Of course, Nacho is running around like an idiot, so... missed it entirely. Go, yes, good. Just stop. panicking. Come down here. Come down here. Come down here. Come. Oh, there. She's hopeless. Her one weakness. Being set on fire. Who knew? They all dead? Yeah, they're all dead. Right. Yep, fine. That was certainly one way of dealing with them. Are you okay? Again, nearly lost the left ear, but you're actually fine. Just you really don't like being set on fire, do you? I mean, I can't imagine anyone likes being set on fire, but particularly not Nacho, it seems like. What are you doing? Oh, you're removing your armor? Yeah, we can't be having that. We're gonna need to fix that. Well, the Tesserons made that a little bit more difficult than it otherwise should have been, but nothing that was particularly concerning, I suppose. Nacho took a bit of a beating, nearly lost her ear, but she's actually fine, even though she spent a lot of the time there running around on fire. Aethel took a few hits, but he's already, back to full health, so he just doesn't care. We haven't even given him, like, speed healing or anything like that. He's just shrugged it off. Will you go to the hospital? What are you doing? You are bleeding, Nacho. For goodness sake. What's the matter with you? Patient, yes. Bed rest, yes. You're just not listening. You don't know what's good for you. But you are bleeding. You are literally bleeding, and you are off just gallivanting around. What's the matter with you? Get some sleep. All important nanostructuring chip. So we can actually just put that straight to work and build our second waste pack atomizer. There we go. And it feels like forever since this has happened, but we're actually being visited by a caravan from the old civil ones? No, the classic crew. Wow, we haven't heard from the classic crew in such a long time. It's nice to see them. Clav, do you want to go and do some trading here? See what they've got for us? And then we'll have a look at that quest afterwards as well. Great intellectual. We'll nab that. Super immune. We'll nab that. Once upon a time, we spent ages waiting for a trader to come and sell us some Glitter World medicine, and now here they are with 23 of the stuff. A side trader for Farskip. Now that is a catch. We'll grab that for sure. The Marauder Camp. Uboth Lakani Noosh, the Archdruid of the Druidic Circle, has sent us a message. Junkers based in a nearby camp have been raiding their caravans. Well, that's just not on, Lakani. You've got a strangely familiar name. They want us to destroy the camp, which involves eliminating all the enemies and turrets, and there are 13 enemies there. 23 Eltex, oh my goodness. Before we actually continue looking at that, though, would you believe that Nacho got an infection? What a shock. In the ear, yeah, what a surprise. You're wandering around like an idiot. Trollpants, it's been a minute since we've had to actually get you to do this, but do you want to come and give Nacho a word of immunity, seeing as, we're here? Good job. No. Go back to bed, you absolute moron. Good grief. What is the matter with you? State you're in. Quest, yes, Marauder Camp. What was it that I was surprised? Like, yes, the 23 Eltex. Leap jump legs, slow study, and mouth tusks? 2 small tusks protruding from the jaw. Okay. Skill trainer mining, a psychic sensitizer, increasing psychic sensitivity. This is some seriously good stuff. Like, we'd be able to just give everyone prestige armor with all that Eltex. Psychic sensitizers would be good as well. The leap jump legs isn't as hot. I think we take the Eltex here. Can we deal with 13 Junkers? I think we could deal with 13 Junkers. Let's do it. 23 Eltex. Question now is, who are we going to send on such a mission? I think we'll probably send out Athos, Hazel, Nacho, Aethel, Sinatra, and Lianlu on that one. Should be enough, right? That would be 6, and where is it even? Let's probably check where this thing is. That it? Bandit camp, I explain, there's 13 enemies. Yes, it's not terribly far away, and we can fit 3 passengers and a driver in there, so we've got space for 5, unless we were to build a second motorbike. Although, we could also build this gigantic thing. We haven't really used the wagon very much, but I'm going to get rid of the wagon. We're going to use the Wisent. We're going to build one of these things. A warbird. I don't know about a warbird. I think we'll put together a Wisent. We'll send them in there in a military-grade all-purpose transport. That seems like something that we can make good use of. We're going to deal with an enemy camp. We might as well arrive in style, you know? Hey, what's this going to take? Is the real question I should be asking. It's going to take a lot, but I think it'll be worth it. So we need... Yeah, it's going to take a fair little bit of crafting to put this thing together, but once all that stuff's done, we'll get them sent out on their mission. Yes, I guess that's what it is. Quest, mission, job. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I'll tell you what we could do as well. Actually, Farley, do you want to just come and move the Charlie here? That does look awesome. I was thinking to myself, they have not put that mop suit together yet, and there's a reason for it. We're missing the cloth. The long night has meant that we are no longer growing cloth, so can't really do much about that. I mean, we are sitting on a lot of rice, so maybe we should switch one of these over to, we'll switch one of these over to cotton for a bit. Try and get some cloth back up and running. Hopefully this isn't going to take a tremendous amount of time for the cloth to grow, but we'll soon find out, I guess. At this point as well, even if the long night was to end, we're like halfway through autumn, and it's getting quite cold, so we wouldn't be able to grow anything anyway. Yeah, Lianlu's getting to work on these car parts, though, so that's nice to see. How long have we got on that quest? Expires in 14 days. Yeah, that's fine. Surely we can put together a brand new gigantic truck in 2 weeks. All of this actually gives Nacho time to heal up as well, so it kind of does work out. One problem with Nacho being in hospital is a certain child is currently starving, infected by malnutrition minor. Aethel, do you want to, like, feed your baby? I know this is completely out of character for you, but in times of strife, this baby's got lipstick. Well, there we go. Baby's got lipstick. How odd. This here is absolutely a man who is just not bothered about being a father. I wonder, actually, what is the relationship you've got with your other child? Apprehension. Yeah, it's kind of middling. Apprehension likes you more than you like Apprehension, which is, yeah. Good job on being a father. I'm going to kind of wing it with these atomizers rather than try and, like, math it out. Like, I've got a feeling we might need, like, 1 or 2 more, but if this pile of toxic waste starts going down, I'll consider that a victory. And it might, you know. It just might. There's a chance. Still got a bit of a ways to go before the new vehicle's completed, but Lianlu is still on the job. I'd offer you a chair, Lianlu, but we don't actually have any cloth. It would be a dining chair, and, you know... Oh, Clav's helping out now too, ain't that something? It's your crafting skill now, Clav. 7.95. Man, this used to be 3, you know. She's come a long way. And our next step in our Rematomics journey is completed. We can now construct a plutonium processor. To reduce the duration of exposure whilst handling radioactive fuel, it is advised that you locate the processor a short distance from reactors or spent fuel storage. Suits will be required for workers that are moving the fuel. Okay. We'll build this, but I think we are closing in on actually requiring mop suits and what have you. Maybe we're going to need a few more than just Farley. I'm not too sure on that yet. But now, how big is it? Oh, it's quite small, really, isn't it? So we could probably just fit it in here quite comfortably. Or even here. In fact, here might be better. Yeah, let's go for there. And then I'm going to need to double wall this again, which isn't a big deal. Something like this? Yes, something like this indeed. Okay. And then we're going to want a way in from the reactor. I'm sure this isn't up to safety regulations, just having a hole in the reactor room, but, you know, it won't be long. It won't last long. It'll be fine. There we go. A nice simple extension, already completed. I think we might get someone other than Robot Buddy actually constructing the thing, though, because that's going to take a while. Let's get Huckett on the job. Much better. And there we go. Okay, so this thing has storage. Let's just clear all that for now. I'm not too sure on what the needs are. So what's the actual step here? Well, that's it. We've constructed it. So now I guess we just wait. It's connected to power, right? Yes, there it is. Step completed. Experiment with the plutonium processor. Okay, we can do that. Grey flesh. Another one. We've been here before. Someone else is a metal horror. I have no idea who that might be. It could well actually just be Griffith. Who discovered it? Zarish discovered it. It could be Griffith, you know. I don't want you involved. We've got another expert on such things. Analyze that for us, would you please, Kerwin? Got a real feeling it's Griffith. They're new around here. Kerwin, I've been meaning to look at this. You kind of do want, like, new legs, don't you? Because your moving speed is not ideal. I think we'll treat Kerwin to some new legs. Analysis progress. Okay, Kerwin's finished analyzing it. It's a different biosignature. It's Quarnite this time. But we need to analyze more as a result of that. So there's not much more we can do for now except wait until we discover more of that. But what we could do, we didn't do this last time. Let's actually arrest Griffith and let's go for an interrogation. I think it's great that Clav's just wonderful at convincing people that actually they should go to prison for a bit. Okay, Griffith, you're in prison, so we can interrogate. And then, Clav, can you... Well, I guess we'll wait and see. Wait, can you, though? Oh, he's asleep, I guess. That will be a factor in us not being able to interrogate him whilst he's asleep. We're watching Griffith. We'll interrogate Griffith. We'll see what's going on. Okay, Farley and Zed, which is awesome, father and son here, started work on researching the plutonium processor, so we'll leave them to it for now. What a treat. Father and son, nuclear physicists. Yes. Zed, after all, did spend a long time watching Farley during his youth, so it makes sense that he continues the work as a teenager. That's actually brilliant. This is such a small thing, and it's made me incredibly happy to see these two being the ones that actually do this. Zed in his bright green locust armor there. Farley in his... Oh, he's replaced the lab coat for the military jacket, but who can blame him? Because, like, let's face it, that's style. That is absolute style. Oh, well, sure enough. Whilst Aethel was asking Griffith about his childhood experiences, what should happen? A metal horror is emerging, slicing through flesh and skin. Griffith was implanted before he arrived here, and was discovered during the interrogation. There we go. Good news is, Aethel is primed and ready. You're bleeding out in 8 hours. This actually came out with you in a bit more violent manner than the last one did, from Kerwin. Fortunately, Aethel can take it on. Yes, you can. You both got knocked down. Yeah, take it care of there. Good job. RKO knockout. You RKO'd the metal horror. You had a couple shandies. You came in, feeling large. You interrogated Griffith. Metal horror popped out. What do? You RKO it. That's just normal behavior. Can you just finish it off? Perfect. And then I suppose we should probably release you now. Could you... what am I doing here? Rescue Griffith. Yes. Sorry, mate. We'll get you taken care of. I'm sure someone will be here to clean these wounds before too long. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Aethel. Mate, let's not use the glitter world medicine though. Come on. Let's not go crazy. Man, that was a quick turnaround. What's your social skill? 11. I guess it's pretty good. Absolute splat. There you go. Look at this guy. He's a bit annoyed, isn't he? What's the matter with you? You're relaxing socially in a unowned house. What's wrong? No food, overpriced bed, no personal bedroom. You're malnourished. Why are you all of these things? I wonder. Because you're an ARC count and you won't eat simple meals. Well, you know what it is, Osro. That sounds like a you problem, not a Cauliflower Valley problem. Just looking at our current captured entities, we've actually collected quite a bit of bioferrite as a result of these wonderful bioferrite harvesters here. What I think we'll do is we'll throw down some bioferrite plate in these rooms, which should... Heavy plate flooring, smooth bioferrite, ugly, slightly farmable, quick to clean, increases containment strength. Yes, that's what I thought it did. We'll throw that down in each of these cells to increase the containment strength in these places ever so slightly. And on top of all of that, Ultra Mech Tech is finished. Advanced technology needed for the Mechanitor to create and control ultra-tier mechs, including large and ultra-tier mechanical gear. Okay, well, let's definitely take a look at what's going on there then. So first of all, what new mechs can we build? They're all going to need these high subcores, right? So there's nothing new on the small list. What about the large list? More centipedes. Centurion. Built-in shield generator. We can build our own War Queen. That's kind of awesome. A Centurion with a shield generator would be quite cool. We can build one of those termites. Goliath, fireworm, phalanx. These all require us to kill people is the only trick. But there's a lot of mechs that we can build now if we were that way inclined. We'd just have to murder a lot of folk in order to get it done. Okay. I'd really quite like something like the Centurion. It's got a shield generator. Like imagine 2 Centurions in here. That would be kind of cool. I'm not too sure on the killing people to do that is the only problem. There's also... the new armor pieces, right? What about what's in there? Is that fabrication? It is. Mechlord helmet. There we go. Mechlord suit. Definitely want to build these for Huckett. I think that'll be quite awesome. Prestige Mechlord helmet and Prestige Mechlord suit. Now that is a use case for the LTEX that we're hoping to get hold of. I think Huckett and the Prestige Mechlord stuff there. That'll be a... Look at this thing as well. The X1 cybernetic body defense suit reduces that work speed, but aiming time -50. Athos with that would be sick. Wow. We've got so many things that we can start making use of. But yeah, for the time being, the prestige stuff for Huckett absolutely is on the cards. And then, yeah, we were a bit too friendly to really utilize the mech tech, I think, which is kind of unfortunate.
in its own way, but what can you do? How's our car manufacturing getting on? We're almost there, as it goes. We just need to finish up one more radiator, which Lianlu's... You've done it again, Lianlu, for goodness sake. Last time, like, it was 1, this time it's 4. At least you're on your way to finish it. But, like, come on, figure yourself out. But there it is. The Wisent is about to be... I nearly said born there, and it decidedly is not being born. Although I wonder if Lianlu thinks of this as her child. Don't worry, Lianlu, you'll be able to drive this soon enough, because we've got the Marauder camp to take care of. And... Wisent. We'll call you the Lianlu Mobile. There we go. Seeing as Lianlu was the one that put all this thing together, we'll get it fueled up and then we'll hit the road on that Marauder camp, I think. We could probably, under the circumstances at least, we could probably, like, keep around, I don't know, 12 lavish meals for our guests. I think that would probably be sensible, given the fact that, you know, we did, in fact, have Zari murdered as a result of one of these guests going mad. I don't really want to repeat that. I think, yeah, we'll keep 12 lavish meals around to keep these idiots happy whenever they come and visit, rather than have them constantly be on the verge of killing us all. Are you going to be happy now, Osro? Take a look. You ate low-class food. Well, do you know what? We tried, all right? Although maybe it's because you haven't eaten one of the lavish meals yet. I guess that might have something to do with it. Yes. There we go. The Lianlu Mobile is complete. All that's left to do is let Zed grow up again. What? Reached the biological age of 14 and has experienced a growth moment. Wants to be learning about the universe, but he rarely has the chance to do it. He's only interested in playing backgammon with friends. But he's old enough to be involved in nuclear tasks now, so he can do more than just research with Farley. He can now actively participate in what's going on here. We also got visited by a bulk goods trader who was kind enough to provide us with some cloth, as well as some peroxycycline and, you know, some antibiotics. So we're going to be fine on that front for a little while. All importantly, though, that cloth is going to enable us to put together the mop suit for Farley, which is excellent news. It's 6 a.m. I think it's the perfect time to mount up and get after it. Naturally, Lianlu will be the driver of the Lianlu Mobile. I think this should be it. Lianlu, Sinatra, Aethel, Athos, Nacho, and Hazel. It'll take them half a day to get there. They've got food and medicine. I'm very conscious about this now. I hate having to organize these things, but what can you do? And here they are, loading the Lianlu Mobile up. Oh, that's awesome. They sit on the back and all sorts. That's really cool. Who are we waiting for? Nacho, Hazel, and they're off. That is really cool. I love that they sit on the back like that. We'll see you we'll see you shortly, you fine folks. In an emergency, we can also, like, oh my goodness, a blinding flash? What happened, Troll Pants? Flash blindness there. Completely made, it has literally blinded Troll Pants. The sight's gone down to nil. How long is that going to last then? Blinding flash of light has emanated from the facility. What was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? Oh yes, if they get into any real emergencies, we could always drop pod in some additional support. But I think Athos, Hazel, Aethel, Nacho, and Sinatra, as well as Lianlu, are, you know, they're like some of our best fighters. Masterwork, a cloth piece shirt. Oh, okay. So I think they're going to be fine. You know, we'll find out in, well, extremely soon. Actually, it's going to take them 0.1 days to arrive. And now we're getting a radiation leak. A short burst of radiation. Yikes. Who was in there? When Farley was in there, right? Nothing of concern, though. It's just, you know... Does that mean that this room's going to be radiated now? How are those mop suits coming along, by the way? They're not, interestingly. Can we... Clav, I want you to stop cooking and start working, I think. It doesn't look like there's any radiation in there now, so that's fine. Otherwise, Kalani would be picking it up. And after seemingly forever, Clav is finally getting to work on putting that mop suit together. So good news, Farley. You're going to be dressed up to the nines before too long. How long is that going to take you, Clav? That's not that bad. 350. The squad have arrived, and they've arrived very close to where these bandits currently are. They're all wearing what seems to be plate armor, but none of them have, at least from what I can tell, any really dangerous guns. So I think what we'll do is we'll take the Lianlu Mobile down here, just to keep it out of the way, and then we'll make a start on our attack. And I think we'll use this this cliff, yeah, sure, we'll call it a cliff, as our main point of egress. Right, is it stopped? Unload, perfect. Right, you 6, get behind here. In fact, what we'll do is we'll position, we'll play this. We're going to take this camp on properly. Okay. And they have started firing on us, but that's fine. We expected this. So, Lacho can speed boost and blade focus. Hazel's already firing, which is wonderful. Could you, like, skip yourself into position, Athos? That would be ideal, wouldn't it? Let's do something like that, maybe? Yes, there you go. Perfect. And then, once the skip becomes available again, could you then skip Sinatra? Can't quite skip Sinatra into position, but you can get them closer. Hazel's taken shots, but that's fine. Aethel and Leanna are almost in position. We'll wait for the skip to happen. Sinatra is there. Firing focus up on Athos. Hazel, how you doing? You alright? Yeah? You've just taken a single shot. You're absolutely fine. Okay. Aethel's going to protect Lianlu. Nacho is going to go in and start doing what she does best. And what better place to start than on... you know what, Nacho? Actually, let's just go search and destroy. In fact, Aethel, you can search and destroy as well. Okay, here comes the fun. And Nacho was downed. That's not ideal. But Aethel's also on fire. What just launched a flamethrower at us? What was that? It was this impid because it's got fire breathing. Of course it does. Okay, cool. Okay, Aethel. Melee attack the fearful. Give their name meaning. Actually, yeah. Okay, the fearful's dead. That impid needs to go. Not the time, classic crew. Send away for now. Aethel, you're alright. You've got 20 conditions, but you're still actually in perfectly reasonable health. Nacho actually could do with a bit of rescuing. Sinatra's currently in a melee firefight there. Hazel, could you, like, help? In fact, though, let's go for... Ah, perfect. Athos can skip Nacho somewhere? No, you can't. You can't see her. Okay, Athos, in that case, you can also help out Hazel. Go for a guided shot, and then help out Sinatra and Hazel. Take care of this fool. Nacho's still down. They are running away. Aethel's just going absolutely crazy. Lianlu's probably going to need to move, so if you come around here, Lianlu. Yeah, Nacho's actually on fire, which isn't terrific. So you go and carry Nacho for us, Aethel. No, you don't understand. Carry Nacho. Let's turn off search and destroy. Carry Nacho. Oh my goodness. Athos, get up here. ASAP, please. Nacho's on fire. Okay, Aethel, let's get Nacho out of the fire. Athos, you've got water skip, so let's pop that down. Is everyone okay? No one bleeding out or anything? No, everyone's actually fine. Nacho's fine too. He's just, down. Well, last thing to do then is for Aethel here to go and finish this guy off. Oh, there's the impid still alive too. Hey, go and put that fire out on her. And the loot that we got from all of this was 685 chem fuel, which honestly, like, that ain't too bad. Did we actually just go for, like, the reformation of a caravan? I guess we can find out. Reform caravan. Yes, we can. And then items, we got... Let's take a look at that, actually, what we got here. So we'll take those packaged survival meals. We'll take the chem fuel. We'll take the medicine. We may as well take their weapons too, right? And then change route. Head home. Perfect. Mission accomplished. And they're all a bit bruised, but no one took any significant damage there, which is kind of nice, actually. All that fighting for 23 pieces of Eltex, huh? Fuel reprocessing has been completed, and we can now reprocess spent nuclear fuel. The amount of material that will result from reprocessing is based on the conversion ratio. 0.6 using normal reactors and 1.2 using upgraded breeder reactors. Loading fuel into the processor will require protective radiation suits. Okay, and plutonium itself is actually safe to handle. Great news, right. Clav has finished the mop suit for Farley here, so if you want to pop yourself down here, Farley, and get that put on. Now this is a man ready for some nuclear physics. Except for the, lack of headwear. You're wearing a baseball cap, but we don't worry about it. Cool. Alright, so, breeder reactor. Advanced nuclear power, well, research breeder reactors, there we go. More fissile material than they consume. Sorry, they generate more fissile material than they consume. And the Zeus turbine generator. Okay. We'll grab that for 2,500 silver and get to work. That is going to take so much fuel. Oh my goodness. How much is... I don't even know. Let's just start. And the caravan's arrived, so... Welcome home, heroes of the hour. And summon Infernus. We can now build a mech band beamcaster, which a mechanica can use to summon an Infernus or a hyperlinkage chip. Okay. What do we need one of those for, then? No, I can't see anything that requires it. But that's not to say that we can't just go for it anyway. All right, let's go for that then. So park that there. We also need to find some uranium, which we should have kicking about on this map somewhere, right? Because, you know, we've been scanning for 10,000 years. Uranium, bingo. What are we actually mining right now? We're mining steel in the crafting room. We're mining plasteel up there. And we've also got another steel mine here. So I think we'll reinstall this to start us off on this uranium patch. Please and thanks. The car's back home. We can turn that off and drop all the cargo. And then I'd really like these doors to be closed, actually. But still haven't decided on who should get this far skip. I kind of feel like Athos should, but then Athos is already like almost learning it naturally. So maybe not. Nacho goes out quite a lot, though. Hey, you know what? Let's get Nacho learning it. That makes sense. She goes out all the time. It'd be nice for her to be able to just far skip home. Having far skip actually means that we can really start going much further afield if we were inclined to do so. So for example, like this cruiser up here, I've now got no real difficulty or qualm about sending a drop pod raid into it and then far skipping home. It's options ultimately, and that's what's important. So we've got the plutonium processor and we've got Farley wearing his mop suit. Let's just manage this reactor, see what our fuel situation is like. I've got a feeling we're still going to have like 2 years on that stuff, but the advanced reactor, yeah, 2 years. So really, this just like is what it is, you know? However, the advanced reactor that we can put together eventually, that's going to be where our plutonium comes from, I think. Kerwin's legs have finished being created, so we'll get those installed. I'm sure Kerwin will be grateful for the fact that they no longer have to move around like an old man at the age of 31. What? You were just working together, researching the reactor, and then this happens? What's the matter with you, both of you? What did you do? Kerwin flagrantly disrespected Griffith's courageousness. Yeah, well, who won that? I wonder. It was Kerwin. Griffith's actually bleeding out in 22 hours. Yeah, you know, don't mess with the tentacle monster. State of this. It's a good thing that Drevi's here. Get rid of the evidence. The long night might still be going on, but it doesn't stop the blood moon, which does happen around about the same time every single year. I really actually think it's quite cool that this is like an annual event. It's nice to actually have something other than just standard darkness, truth be told. Yeah, the way the shadows move across, like I've missed the shadows. We've not had shadows because of the long night, and now look at them. They are like, it just adds something to it, you know? I'd love nothing more than the long night to be over. 53 days. We've had almost a full year of this. Oh, and our tier 4 mech band Beamcaster's been finished as well. So Infernus with mechanite shield unit, a Munifex and a Goliath. Yeah, let's see what that all brings to the fore. Attracted by the mech band signals, an ultra heavy mech from Sunalf Mech Hive will arrive soon. The Infernus is incoming. I've never seen this before. I'm quite excited. Wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing to get Hazel back on his feet so we can rely on that minigun. How's he doing? He's only got a couple of bruises, actually, so he'll probably be fine. Wow, that thing didn't mess around. It's here already. But it is going to prepare for a while. And they do seem to like landing down here, don't they? Oh, wow, look at this. Holy moly. A Goliath. Heavy combat mechanoid with a humanoid body, faster than centipedes, heavy mechanoid weapons on needle guns. What's this then? Charge blaster. A Munifex with a coil lance. Your what? Formidable human-sized combat mechs designed specifically for long-range combat scenarios. And what about you? An ultra-heavy mechanoid with an incredibly dangerous orbital strike targeter. It calls down orbital strikes, and it can set things on fire by being near them. Okay, that's dangerous. How are we going to deal with that? Because we can't really, like, we can let these other three come to us, but letting that come in and put an orbital strike down on us, like, that doesn't seem like a good idea at all. I mean, this is only four incredibly threatening looking things. Everyone that's not wounded, and Hazel, sorry, get yourselves into position. We've got a fight on our hands here. I'm wondering as well, actually, Nacho, can we maybe bring you down here? Bringing Nacho down here like this means that it's going to take her a hot minute to get back up north, but I think this is actually a good idea because she can come in, jump. Right, one more jump. Threat detected. Fire explainers are going to attack us via drop pods in an hour. Well, that's not really a warning, is it? It's an hour. Okay, maybe this is a bad idea. All right, Nacho, get back home. And in actual fact, get to where you need to be. We've obviously got a bit of a scrap unfolding here. Good news is that Nacho doing that has meant that the Goliaths decided to swing back around. The first target is going to be the Munifex here. And I think we do want our mechs up and running. Okay, Athos, you know what? Just get yourself in here, ready to take this thing out immediately. As soon as that thing comes into range, Nacho's just going to go crazy on it. Go. Oh, wow, it's taken some time. Yeah, good job, good job. Okay, Carmel, you can do the same thing. We've got another immune effects coming in. The Goliath is chilling, but our big lad is almost upon us. Hey, robot buddy, not the place to be, my friend. Why don't you just go away? Not the time. Not the time at all, robot buddy. Hey, Nacho, calm water, go. Calm water just took a bit of a nasty hit there. Are you alright? Yeah, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, right? Bit of bruising. Right, get yourself out, actually, because that right leg's looking a little bit scary. And then there was... melee attack the Infernus. Go. Oh. That was a little bit anticlimactic. What happened? Straight in the brain. Well, alright. Good job. Oh, my word. Carmel got a hospital. And the Infernus is dead. Nacho used an Arcoblade's blade to slash the Infernus, wounding its artificial brain, left hearing sensor and head. What a shot! Wow. Yeah, good effort there, Nacho. Let's send Nacho in to take care of that Goliath then, I suppose. Although, how long until... well, we don't know. It doesn't come up, does it? It just said an hour. They're attacking via drop pods in an hour. Right. Everyone just take 5. Nacho's going to deal with this Goliath, presumably. Yeah? Oh, hey, Clav finished the mask. Ain't that something? Oh, you don't know. Yeah, she's going to do this, no problem. That thing lasted longer than the giant boss. But hey, we got the linkage chip. I can't believe that. That must have just been an extremely lucky hit from Nacho to be able to just down that immediately. My goodness. All that build-up, all that preparation, and all that concern and worry, only for it to go down immediately. You're nothing, Mr. Infernus. In fact, you're less than nothing. Look, Robot Buddy here is has lasted longer than you have in a fight. And Robot Buddy's tiny. What are you doing? You're repairing... oh, I see. Good job. Hey, who's starving? Nacho's actually starving. I'm not surprised. She's been in the middle of, a bunch of stuff there. Right, Clav. One other thing that Clav can do, and has been doing, is upgrading the quality of things, because she's incredibly good at psycasts, is Clav. So this poor, sad little mop mask is now normal quality, but we could do better than that, Clav, can't we? We absolutely can. Go for it. It's now good. One more time for the good luck. Bang. It's now excellent. Would have been nice to not have to burn all of her psi focus on that, but at least we don't need her for combat. Hey, Farley, come and put your new mask on, why don't you? We're not going to be able to see it because I've got them switched off, but now Farley is ready for work. And I wonder, actually, do we have radiation stats available? I guess it might be tied to toxic environment resistance, which is now 80% for Farley here, so sure, you know what, we'll assume that's that, and I'm pretty happy with that overall. And this raid that the Taxis claimed was going to happen in an hour just hasn't arrived, so what can you do? Hook it. Actually, I'll tell you what we can do. We can analyze the hyperlinkage chip. How about that? I wonder if this is going to unlock another tier of mech tech for us. That would be kind of cool. It's getting to me a little bit that we can't really take advantage of it, but it's nevertheless, we've got armor and stuff like that we can put together, so that's still something. Hyperlinkage chip studied. Void link connectivity unlocked. I guess we'll have to wait for that to show up in the old research tree, but we're actually running out of things to research at this point, believe it or not, so can't imagine it'll be too long. Another ship lands just as I'm talking, but it's just a destroyer, don't worry about it. The mechs are fine. Ultra heavy alpha mechs. Needed for our mechanitor to create and control ultra-tier alpha mechanoids, which unlocks an apoptosis. Hell yeah. What is that? Got a cool name. Malice Incarnate. Of course it is. It's Malice Incarnate. Why wouldn't it be Malice Incarnate? An advanced apocryton that acts as a commander designed to coordinate and motivate other mechs during long extermination campaigns. Less adept at resurrecting other mechanoids, but the aura of hate they emanate is so powerful and intense that it will cause uncontrollable despair on those too close to it. Its hatred aura will make everyone nearby scream in despair. Well, there you go. And a warg is hunting Clav? Well, we can't be having that, can we? Who's nearby? Athos. Hazel. You maybe come over here. Right. Hazel? Wait. Go. Yeah, that's what you get. It's been another fairly action-packed day here in Cauliflower Valley, I would say. We've immediately dealt with a gigantic boss monster that took 2 seconds to kill, thanks to Nacho being stupidly good at what she does. We went and secured a huge amount of LTEX from a bunch of people wearing plate armor. It was a little bit mean of us, but at the same time, the Druidic Circle did actually ask us to do it, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. We discovered and subsequently dealt with a metal horror that came with Griffith, and he's now fine, so ain't that something? And we are moving ever closer to a nuclear facility that we currently can only dream of. So ain't that something? But for now, we'll leave things there. Thank you very much, as always, for joining me today. And I will see you next time. Until then, take care.